Today, we delve into a unique blend of science fiction narrative and sophisticated strategy, where humanity's relentless drive meets cosmic diplomacy. This session examines the HFY Humanity Fuck Yeah storytelling approach, merging deep technical insights with playful game mechanics in a modern context. Our discussion unpacks the many layers of human ingenuity, perseverance, and innovative negotiation that transform the galactic stage, inviting experts and strategists alike to explore intricate narratives which challenge conventional interstellar politics and reshape traditional alien archetypes. Focusing on advanced concepts and precise datasets, we highlight the fusion of detailed historical context with rigorous fact-driven analysis. Expect a deep dive into narrative algorithms, diplomatic negotiation models, and the evolution of character archetypes supported by quantifiable metrics. We will also address the intricate statistical trends that underscore the rise of HFY paradigms within highly competitive gaming environments and interactive media. This exploration not only unravels narrative complexity intertwined with diplomatic maneuvers, but also offers a framework for understanding how data influences storytelling choices. Throughout this script, every element is carefully dissected, from cultural origins to meticulously designed gameplay challenges. By integrating multifaceted analytical frameworks with solid empirical evidence, we reveal how HFY narratives continuously innovate and reshape both lore and strategy. The structure presented ensures that our analysis remains comprehensive and rooted in technical mastery. Join us as we map the evolution of HFY, one game at a time, driven by thoughtful analysis, precise metrics, and an unwavering curiosity to explore the extraordinary intersections of science fiction storytelling and advanced game design in detail. HFY, standing for Humanity Fuck Yeah, originated as a counter-narrative in speculative fiction communities, embodying a celebration of human resilience, audacity, and innovative spirit. This subgenre emerged during periods of cultural and scientific transformation, when traditional portrayals of interstellar and extraterrestrial life were being questioned. Its evolution can be traced back to early online forums and fan fiction websites, where writers challenged canonical depictions of humanity's role in cosmic affairs. The genre's popularity grew as it provided a platform for exploring unconventional narratives that celebrate human ingenuity while deconstructing familiar tropes in science fiction. Over the decades, HFY narratives have expanded beyond textual works into diverse media, including comics, films, and notably video games. Detailed historical accounts reveal how early adopters of HFY themes infused traditional storytelling with a new sense of purpose. They employed quantitative metrics and probabilistic models to simulate human decisiveness against an array of alien adversaries, thereby influencing narrative outcomes with statistically significant approaches. Researchers and analysts have noted that this narrative style not only reimagined conflict resolution, but also served as an experimental ground for blending imaginative fiction with technical rigor. In academic studies and postmodern literary critiques, HFY is often discussed as a paradigm shift, where human-centric narratives defy systemic biases present in earlier science fiction. The subgenre's methodologies engage advanced storytelling techniques, such as nonlinear plot architectures and dynamic character evolution, which are supported by intricate data tracking and outcome simulations. Scholars have documented the integration of algorithmic narrative decision-making processes, demonstrating how branching storylines can be optimized using real-time statistical assessments. This convergence of narrative art and quantitative analysis has provided a robust framework for game developers and writers alike, encouraging a hybridized form of creative expression. Furthermore, contemporary HFY works incorporate detailed world-building, where every element, from technological advancements to socio-political landscapes, is quantified and analyzed. Empirical studies have quantified narrative impact through metrics such as viewer engagement rates and in-game performance data, providing concrete evidence of its cultural influence. This rigorous analytical approach, steeped in both historical context and modern data science, has cemented HFY as a seminal influence on today's multimedia storytelling landscape. The genre continues to evolve, reflecting the ever-changing interplay between human ambition and the boundless potential of creative expression. By continuously integrating empirical research with innovative narrative structure, HFY not only captures the essence of our cultural zeitgeist, but also drives forward the evolution of technical storytelling methodologies. Galactic diplomacy in HFY stories is a multifaceted concept that merges intricate narrative strategies with precise analytical constructs. Within these narratives, diplomatic encounters are not merely political maneuverings, but calculated exercises that incorporate both historical precedents and advanced game theory principles. Through quantitative models and simulation algorithms, these scenarios explore conflict resolution dynamics in vast interstellar arenas. The storytelling framework leverages probabilistic assessments to predict outcomes in negotiations, ensuring that each diplomatic decision is grounded in both pragmatism and narrative creativity. At the heart of these narratives lies the sophisticated interplay between human intuition and methodical strategy. Diplomatic protagonists deploy negotiation protocols similar to those used in complex economic models, often utilizing iterative feedback loops and cost-benefit analyses. This approach allows for dynamic interactions where decisions are influenced by real-time data and statistical probabilities. Experts appreciate how these narrative tensions are meticulously calibrated through scenario planning and algorithmic forecasting, creating immersive experiences that mirror real-world diplomatic strategies. Moreover, galactic diplomacy in HFY is enriched by the integration of cultural and historical contexts. The narratives often reference archived treaties, previous interstellar conflicts, and quantitative records of interspecies diplomacy, situating each negotiation within an expansive continuum of events. This methodical layering of historical fact and imaginative foresight ensures that diplomatic interactions remain both believable and engaging for a discerning audience. Complex narrative arcs are driven by underlying data, ranging from diplomatic communication matrices to advanced simulation outcomes that detail potential strategies and countermeasures. The narrative structure also incorporates elements of risk assessment and optimization. Each diplomatic exchange is analyzed using advanced statistical techniques, enabling characters to determine probabilities for success and refine their negotiation strategies accordingly. This balance between narrative storytelling and empirical decision-making enriches the overall experience, offering expert-level insights into the convergence of diplomacy and technical analysis. Ultimately, these stories reveal not only the clash of civilizations, but also the subtle art of negotiation, where every diplomatic gesture is informed by both time-honored traditions and modern analytical methodologies. By fusing deep narrative analysis with state-of-the-art computational models, writers craft multifaceted diplomatic strategies that simulate real-world geopolitical complexities, ensuring each scenario withstands rigorous scrutiny while offering innovative solutions that resonate with both theoreticians and practitioners in the fields of game design and international relations. Within HFY narratives, character development is deeply intertwined with thematic exploration, extending far beyond the superficial enthusiasm for combat. Emphasizing strategic intelligence and moral complexity, HFY protagonists are crafted with multifaceted backgrounds that reflect real-world challenges and innovative problem-solving skills. These characters are often engineered using advanced profiling techniques that incorporate psychological, sociological, and even neurological data, ensuring that each individual represents a unique amalgamation of resilience and ingenuity. Themes in HFY stories range from the celebration of human determination to the nuanced exploration of ethical dilemmas in high-stakes conflict scenarios. Writers integrate complex ethical frameworks and rule-based decision-making processes to illustrate the internal conflicts faced by characters on both personal and strategic levels. This rich thematic landscape is further enhanced by a commitment to presenting data-driven narratives. For instance, characters may exhibit statistically predictable behaviors that are subsequently modified by evolving circumstances and real-time simulations, thereby creating arcs of transformation that are both believable and mathematically coherent. Moreover, technical narratives in HFY also place great emphasis on the environmental and technological factors that shape character evolution. Detailed analyses of socio-political dynamics and technological innovation are woven into each character's story, providing a layered context that mirrors historical and contemporary societal shifts. In crafting these characters, content creators employ advanced computational models to simulate interactions, ensuring that each decision is supported by algorithmic validation. This approach not only enhances realism, but also provides a structured method to explore the intersection of human emotion and scientific rigor. Additionally, recurring motifs such as survival against overwhelming odds and the pursuit of progressive ideals form the backbone of HFY storytelling. Through meticulously calibrated character arcs and thematic progression, the narrative transcends typical action-oriented plots. This invites an expert audience to appreciate the underlying technical and philosophical dimensions embedded in each story. Ultimately, these narratives create a multifaceted experience, where every character emerges as a detailed case study in the integration of art, science, and the indomitable human spirit. Integrating HFY themes into video game design represents a paradigm shift that merges narrative depth with interactive mechanics. Developers employ sophisticated storytelling engines and procedural generation techniques to embed HFY narratives directly into gameplay. Central to this integration is the use of advanced AI and machine learning algorithms that dynamically adjust story arcs based on player choices. Quantitative feedback from user interactions informs iterative design improvements, ensuring that every narrative pathway is underpinned by robust statistical analysis. Game mechanics are designed to simulate high-stakes diplomatic negotiations and strategic conflict resolution. This involves a complex interplay of role-playing elements, real-time strategy components, and simulation-based decision frameworks. Developers calibrate these mechanics using extensive data from beta testing and historical gameplay statistics, which reveal patterns in player behavior and narrative engagement. By mapping out decision trees and employing Monte Carlo simulations, creators can predict the impacts of various narrative choices on game outcomes. This analytical approach not only heightens realism, but also enriches the player's experience by offering meaningful choices that carry quantifiable consequences. Furthermore, immersive world-building is achieved through the precise integration of HFY elements into every layer of the game environment. Developers create intricate diplomatic scenarios where in-game characters negotiate treaties, forge alliances, and engage in conflict resolution using protocols modeled after real-world diplomatic strategies. These interactions are quantified using performance metrics and simulation scores that measure the success of negotiation tactics and the efficiency of conflict resolution. Such data-driven design enriches the narrative fabric of the game, while offering expert players a depth of analysis similar to traditional research in international relations. Collaboration between writers, developers, and data scientists is critical to successfully embedding HFY storytelling within interactive media. Cross-disciplinary teams hold iterative design sessions where narrative propositions are explored, refined, and validated using numerical simulations that mimic real-world diplomatic engagements. These sessions produce detailed documentation capturing the evolution of game scenarios, which are further scrutinized using game theory frameworks and advanced statistical methods. Ultimately, the integration of HFY into gameplay illustrates a harmonious blend of creative storytelling and rigorous technical analysis. By leveraging data-driven design and cutting-edge simulation techniques, developers craft interactive experiences where every in-game decision reflects calculated narrative depth. This synthesis of narrative ambition and quantitative precision transforms traditional gaming paradigms, offering an innovative and engaging experience that resonates with both experts and enthusiasts alike. Ultimately, this integration not only revolutionizes the interface between interactive media and narrative art, but also establishes a new benchmark for quality and complexity in game design. Examining real-world examples from the gaming industry illustrates how HFY narratives have been successfully integrated into interactive experiences. Prominent titles have employed rigorous narrative frameworks to construct diplomatic scenarios that rival traditional literature in complexity and depth. Detailed case studies reveal the evolution of narrative algorithms, where modifications in branching dialogue trees and dynamic scenario adjustments are driven by quantitative user data. For example, certain strategy games incorporate AI-driven diplomatic systems that adjust based on statistical models forecasting player behavior, ultimately enhancing both challenge and immersion. In one notable example, a game development studio collaborated with experts in AI and game theory to design a robust system that simulated interstellar negotiations. Extensive beta testing and iterative design cycles allowed developers to fine-tune the narrative and decision-making frameworks, resulting in a complex in-game diplomatic network. Detailed logs and performance metrics from these test phases provided quantitative evidence of improved user engagement and narrative satisfaction. These metrics were rigorously analyzed using regression models and probabilistic forecasting, offering insightful data on how specific narrative choices influenced overall gameplay outcomes. Another case study focuses on a game where character archetypes evolve based on real-time data inputs, reflecting changes in player strategy and decision-making patterns. The developers employed machine learning techniques to adjust character behaviors, quantifying shifts in narrative arcs through continuous data collection. This approach resulted in dynamic narrative outcomes that were both engaging and reflective of individual player styles. Detailed analyses of these case studies highlight statistical trends that confirm the effectiveness of integrating HFY themes into gameplay, particularly in diplomatic and strategic scenarios. Such examples consistently demonstrate that the melding of narrative art with scientific analysis yields a multi-dimensional experience. Comprehensive documentation, in-depth performance reviews, and industry benchmarks together underscore the transformative influence of HFY storytelling on game design. As these case studies illustrate, the rigorous quantification of narrative elements, not merely aesthetic choices, defines the path toward crafting interactive experiences that are both intellectually challenging and deeply immersive. Taken together, these case studies provide compelling evidence that the integration of HFY themes not only enhances narrative complexity, but also drives measurable improvements in player engagement and satisfaction. In summary, the exploration of HFY storytelling within the framework of galactic diplomacy reveals a sophisticated interplay between narrative creativity and empirical analysis. Our discussion has illuminated how human-centered narratives, fortified by data-driven methodologies, revolutionize the way diplomatic encounters are scripted in interactive media. Through rigorous technical analysis, historical context, and advanced simulation techniques, HFY narratives not only challenge established conventions, but also pave the way toward a new era of immersive storytelling. Looking ahead, the ongoing collaboration between visionary writers, talented developers, and expert data scientists promises to further refine these narrative systems. Future innovations are likely to integrate even more granular analytical models, offering real-time adaptations that reflect evolving player behaviors and technological advancements. As game design continues to push the boundaries of narrative complexity and realism, HFY storytelling will remain a central force in shaping digital experiences that are both challenging and deeply engaging. Moreover, the continued quantification of narrative elements will drive the development of standardized metrics, allowing for a more precise measurement of player engagement and narrative efficacy. This convergence of art and science not only enhances the storytelling experience, but also provides ample opportunities for scholarly inquiry and practical application in game design. In embracing these advanced approaches, the future of HFY and galactic diplomacy within gaming is both bright and boundless, inviting experts and enthusiasts alike to explore innovative paths in interactive narrative design.